Unlock your dream property with Meeks Realty Group, where Rich the Realtor makes real estate dreams a reality. Whether it's residential or commercial, we've got Charleston to Huntington covered. Your key to exceptional real estate experiences start here. Meeks Realty Group. Contact us at meeks.us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, good Friday morning to you. Welcome to the show. Hollywood Jeff Petty is our producer today. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-5008. We do the show from the Par-Mar Store studio. If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. We're brought to you by Thornhill Auto Group, including Thornhill CDJR and the Thornhill Motor Mile. Time to make this the summer of Ram at the all-new Thornhill Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Visit them at the Fountain Place Mall in Logan or at thornhillcdjr.com. Phone calls to the show with service of Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly. Texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony the Taylor, on Virginia Street in Charleston. Visit bestmastertailor.com. Coming up, it is a busy, busy weekend here in the Kanawha Valley. Lots of activities going on. We got Boom Days and Nitro. I mean, so many things going on. Big happenings in Clendenin tomorrow. The mayor of Clendenin, Kay Summers, is going to join me to talk about what they got going on tomorrow. Plus, we've been nearing 100 years on this thing. The Putnam County Homecomjng will be taking place in Winfield. We're going to talk to some folks from there. And also, did you happen to see the video of what happened last night at Sheppard University, what was supposed to be a civil conversation between Senators Capito and Manchin, narrated by, or moderated, I should say, by our own Hoppy Kirchville, got interrupted by some climate change idiots. And I'm going to give a little Davitorial on that coming up a little bit later on. Plus, your calls and texts are welcome, too. No Hannah Gardner this week from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association, and I'll tell you why a little bit later on. But we do have our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week, and I will talk about that coming up momentarily as well. So as you can imagine, we had a lot to get to. I want to start with high school football, though. Tonight, 2 games on 2 different stations. Chris Lawrence and Aaron Parker will have coverage of the Hurricane game against Spring Valley and Hurricane on WCHS, while Tom Bragg will have coverage of Hoover and Winfield tonight from Hoover. Chris is with us. Chris, good morning.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. Looking forward to tonight. Did you know, you mentioned that 100th anniversary in Winfield? This year is 100 years of Hurricane football.
Yeah, I saw that. Actually, I was looking at their social media earlier. They're playing that up. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they are. They got a logo and everything, and it's sort of the theme this year, 100 years of Redskins football there. And they got Spring Valley coming in tonight, which is not necessarily an age-old rivalry because Spring Valley has not been around all that long. However, these two teams have definitely had some spirited contests through the years, and it's 2 incredibly different styles of football. Spring Valley always is known to have the big beefy guys up front and just will force their will on you, trying to just use brute force and strength, where Hurricane is more sleek and skilled. It's sort of like an F-150 versus a Ferrari. It's kind of how the thing generally winds up. But this year, Spring Valley does not have as many big bruising backs as they normally do. They've got some skill guys, so it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out. I think they run out of the shotgun formation, although they still run a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. It's more like an old school veer, whereas Hurricane has a fantastic quarterback in Noah Valatambi, and he is a threat to either run it or throw it because they got a cadre of great receivers and a couple of really good running backs. And the fun thing about watching Hurricane football is it's tempo, man. It's tempo. I mean, once the play's over, sometimes they're going faster than the referees can keep up. Mm-hmm. Donnie Mays says he needs to put the referees on a conditioning program to do their games because it's moving so fast. And when they get that rhythm going, they're really tough to deal with.
That game against Huntington last week, you had to call on that game. It was a shame that either team had to lose that game.
Yeah, it was. And Hurricane really showed some guts there. They got down by 2 touchdowns, came right back, and it came down to that 1 field goal at the end, and they just had a breakdown on protection. And the kid from Huntington made a fantastic athletic play, block the kick with 4 seconds to go, and that way Huntington prevails. But I think you come out of that game, if you're a Hurricane fan, you look at that and you go, we're going to be fine. That team is really good, and they're going to win a lot of ball games this year. And I think down the stretch in the playoffs, they're going to be one of those teams that is in contention to play for that first Quad A state title.
Airtime tonight is what?
We're on the air at 7 o'clock from Hurricane, and the kickoff is at 7:30.
Give me a quick preview of West Virginia Outdoors. What do you got?
Oh, what are we talking about tomorrow? You caught me off guard, drawing a blank. Oh, we're going to talk about ginseng. We'll be singing tomorrow. Singing tomorrow. Have a guy on from the Division of Forestry going to help us to talk a little bit about that. Also, we're going to talk about the feds have handed out a lot of grants to help restore waters of the Chesapeake Bay watershed, and that includes a lot of projects in our West Virginia mountain trout streams. So some representatives of Trout Unlimited are going to join me for that. Now we got some other stuff to talk about tomorrow as well, so be on the air at 7:06 in the morning with that.
All right, Chris. Have a good broadcast tonight. You and Aaron, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, buddy. See you.
All right. Also, now that game is on the WCHS network of stations. Also, we're going to check in with Tom Bragg. Tom will have coverage from the land of the Huskies tonight as Hoover takes on the Generals of Winfield. Tom, good morning.
Hi, Dave. Good morning.
Great game last week for Hoover. Just like Chris and I were just talking about the Huntington and Hurricane game. It's a shame that either team had to lose that game because you had a good one last week.
Oh, yeah, fantastic game to open the season last Thursday night in Elkview between Herbert Hoover and visiting Independence. A rematch of the AA state title game from a couple years ago that the Patriots won up in Wheeling. Huskies got a little bit of revenge for that one this time around, and they didn't make it easy. They were down 16 points at halftime, had to stage a big comeback in the second half, and a big part of that was all that production they get out of the backfield. If you follow high school football in West Virginia, you've heard the name Dane Hatfield. He's been one of the best quarterbacks, certainly in the Kanawha Valley, if not the whole state, the last few years. He's back for his senior year, kind of leading things for the Huskies. He had 3 total touchdowns, 2 of those coming in that second half, and the third of those was the one that capped it off and put them in the lead for good. But they've also got a couple other guys that can really play back there. Blake Fisher, a junior. Joey Fields likes to move him around. Speaking with Joey this week, he'd really like to play him more at receiver just because of how good he is when he gets the ball in space. But he came up with 2 big runs for touchdowns in the second half against Independence last week. And don't sleep, they've got a new player to Hoover this year, Devin Silvas. He's a transfer from St. Albans. He came over after football last year so that he could wrestle at Herbert Hoover last school year. But Joey Fields really likes him. He thinks he's one of the more complete backs that he's had at Herbert Hoover the last few years, and that's saying something. So we had some pretty capable guys. The other side of this game, Dave, Winfield. You know, Winfield and Herbert Hoover, they've been longtime Cardinal Conference rivals in the AA classification. They're 2 of the teams in this new-look AAA this year. But, you know, the goals are still the same. They want to win conference titles. They want to go far in the playoffs, and it seems like they've always got to go through each other to do it. They've split the last 4. One of those was a playoff win for Herbert Hoover on that run to the AA title game a couple years ago. And the Generals come in 1-0 after off a big win at Lincoln County last week, 48-0 down in Hamlin. Aiden Hernandez, really the guy that made a lot of that happen for him. 104 yards on just 4 carries. I don't have the average done out because I'm not a math major, Dave, but that's pretty good. You know,
he did well. That's all you need to know is he did well. He did well. There seems to be, I mean, you know, over the last couple of years, of course, with the new school and everything with Herbert Hoover, Tom, there just seems to be like an air about Herbert Hoover football and Herbert Hoover in general right now.
Yeah, there's really, in general, I think that's really fair across the board, not just with the new building, but you look at all of their sports. There's some juice down there in Elkview right now, and I think the football team's kind of leading the way with that. Joey Fields has been there, I believe this is his 5th season with the Huskies now, and he wasn't just some guy that came in. You know, he came up down in the coalfield studying under Yogi Kinder at Mingo Central and at Matewan. He went off to the Eastern Panhandle and was an assistant coach for Dave Walker at Martinsburg. So he was around big-time programs that won a lot of games and produced a lot of really good players. So I'm not too surprised to see him kind of have that going in Elkview now that he's been there a few years.
All right, what time does coverage start tonight, Tom?
So kickoff at 7 o'clock. We usually go about 5-10 minutes before that, so look for us around 6:50 on 96.1 KWS.
All right, Tom, I appreciate it, and this is going to be a weekly gig for you, man, so we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you then, Dave.
Tom Bragg, again, he's got the call of Hoover. Tonight's going to be a great game. And again, the Hoover games can be heard on 96.1 KWS. And then Chris has got the Hurricane Spring Valley game. Chris and Aaron Parker will have that game. And we'll have coverage on WCHS for those games. That's the way we're doing it this year. We got Hurricane on WCHS, and we got Hoover's games on 96.1 KWS. The Dave Allen Show and 580 Live brought to you part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. So apparently a funny thing happened with the staff of the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association. And I say that, not to be mean, but they all got sick. I mean, like all of them. Like, I don't know, Jeff, like kennel cough or something. Anyway, we don't have Hannah Gardner or Angie Gillenwater this morning, so you're stuck with me telling you about our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. His name is Homer. Now, as always, our dog, our cat, whatever we're featuring, the pictures posted on Dave Allen Radio on Facebook or at Dave A70 on X. Homer is our pet of the week. Interesting story. Homer had a variety of families that have taken him out for foster care, and it all went well, but foster care, with animals is just like a short-term thing until they bring him back. And apparently, according and talking to Hannah last night, apparently what happens is that he just suffers from a lot of anxiety once they bring him back. And I mean, when you think about it, who could blame him? I mean, you get busted out of the joint only to be brought back again. They tell me, though, that this dog would make a perfect pet for a family. He's super friendly, around 10 months old, not fixed yet, but he will be. Loves kids, other playful dogs, loves car rides, and loves to watch TV. I have a cat that loves to watch TV. I didn't think a lot of animals did that, but apparently Homer enjoys it as well. He seems to be okay with cats. He is microchipped and vaccinated. He is around 47 pounds, so he may get a tad bigger. Does not do well with chicken or livestock, I understand. Cats, other dogs, okay. No chickens, no livestock. Okay. We've got Homer's picture posted at Dave Allen Radio on Facebook and at Dave A70 on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. A couple of other notes from the shelter. 1 week and a day away from their Kegs for Canines event. This is their annual fundraiser that they do at the Red Carpet Lounge on Elizabeth Street. Well, they actually have information, a lot of it posted on their social media pages. And yesterday, apparently, they just received a lot of puppies that were dropped off there yesterday. I mean, a lot of them. So go check out the pictures and go adopt some pets. And hopefully we'll have Hannah or Angie back on with us next week. But again, Homer is our pet of the week. I've got Homer's picture posted on Dave Allen Radio on Facebook. Again, he is around 47 pounds, about 10 months old, not fixed yet, but will be. Is already vaccinated. He is microchipped. Does well with other dogs, does well with kids, seems to do well with cats. Just don't take him down on the farm because he is not a farm dog. He likes cats, no chickens. No chickens. So, Homer's her pet. Please go adopt him. Let's get him a home today. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline. 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show and 580 Live is brought to you part by Pinnacle Consultants. Poor indoor air quality can cause a variety of health issues, allergies, respiratory problems, and more. Pinnacle Consultants offers specialized indoor air quality services for residential, commercial, and industrial type settings. Visit pinnaclecorp.net. That's pinnaclecorp.net, because what you don't know can hurt you. Tick says, whatever happened to Miss Amanda on Fridays? I haven't talked to Amanda in a while. Amanda, of course, longtime member of the family here and went off to do other things. I used to bring her in from time to time on Fridays. Sent her a text a couple weeks ago to check on her and haven't heard on her. Didn't hear back from her. So, hopefully we'll try to have Amanda back in at some point. All right, we're going to take a break. Coming up a little bit later on, Clinton Mayor Kay Summers is going to join us, but there's a big event happening tomorrow, actually all weekend in Winfield. It's the Putnam County Homecomjng. We're going to get into that when we come back right after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for supporting local small businesses.
Get your favorite Metro News shows and live events on your smart television or streaming device now by downloading the Metro News television app for free. Watch Talkline with Hoppy Kercheval, Sportsline with Tony Caridi, Free Guys before the game, and lots of original content with more being added weekly. Get the Metro News television app from the Apple App Store or Google Marketplace.
Injured physically or financially? When the bills pile up and the insurance company refuses to pay, you need an experienced team on your side. At Peyton Law Firm, you get knowledgeable, common sense advice and aggressive representation. We help you stand toe-to-toe with the largest insurance companies in the world. When you've been injured due to someone else's negligence, you don't have to accept it and move on. Peyton Law Firm will help you enforce your legal rights. Because your legal situation is serious to you, it's serious to us. For more information, go to PeytonLawFirm.com.
Did you know that most homes and businesses in West Virginia have some sort of foundation settlement problem? If you're experiencing a settling foundation or sunken concrete slab, call the professionals at Marco Concrete Lifting. With the most advanced solutions and engineered equipment, your structural stability is their top priority. Marco Concrete Lifting can provide a structural engineer referral upon request. Protect your biggest investment, your home. Call Marco Concrete Lifting today at 722-LIFT. That's 722-LIFT.
Insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Not all policies will qualify. Not available in all states.
Red, white, and vroom into summer savings at Thornhill CDJR on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Hey, it's Sydney, and it's time to make this the summer of Ram with up to $8,650 off MSRP on the new 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn, or 5.9% APR for 72 months and no payments for 90 days. These deals are as powerful as the trucks themselves. Thornhill CDJR, where adventure begins. It's a Red, white, and vroom made this summer of Ram sales event at the all-new Thornhill Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Visit us at Fountain Place Mall, Logan, next to Tractor Supply, or online at thornhillcdjr.com. Number 24C038 for all offers through Stellantis Financial. See Thornhill for all details.
923 Hollywood. Jeff Petty is our producer today. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Bridge Valley. If you're interested in improving your company's IT workforce, know that Bridge Valley offers custom tailored IT training to bridge the skills gap. Bridge Valley train for little or no cost with a 50-50 salary match. They can also supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu/apprenticeships today. Chli'N and Mayor Kay Summers is going to join us in studio a little bit later on. Plus, I want to get into this story. I will do that toward the end of the show. You may have seen the video. We had it posted. It is actually posted now, WVMetroNews.com, and I've got it posted on Dave Allen Radio and Facebook. Last night, there was what was supposedly just a civil little discussion that was supposed to happen on the campus of Sheppard University, sponsored by the Stubblefield Institute. It featured Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Chli'N Capito, moderated by Hoppy Kercheval. Well, some climate folks decided to disrupt the entire thing. And I'm going to talk about that, a little Dave editorial coming up for you a little bit later on. So that's coming up. It is an event that has been going on since 1929, and it's back this weekend in Winfield, the annual Putnam County Homecoming. Charles Mays is one of the organizers, and he joins us now. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Dave. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Now, before we get to the homecoming, you've never been on the show. I've had various people over the years to talk about the homecoming. Tell us a little bit more about you, because you're kind of a busy guy. Is that right? You're not just organizing festivals. You're doing other stuff too, right?
Yes, I'm also the pastor at Winfield United Methodist Church. I'm involved in a lot of other activities in the vicinity, we'll say.
Well, I wanted to give you an opportunity because you and I talked on the phone the other day, and you told me you were a church pastor, so I thought I'd give you, and we're not going to send you a bill or anything, Charles, I promise. I thought you might want to give a little plug for your church. Go ahead.
Well, we are one of many churches in the Winfield area, and we are happily joining with other churches for Sunday morning community worship service. There'll be 5 churches in all. We will have a guest speaker we're bringing in from North Carolina, and it promises to be a wonderful morning of worship and fellowship, and we're looking forward to that. It's just a great time to go out. We're not concerned with what name is over your church door or on your sign. It is just we all serve the same Lord, and we are going to get together and rejoice in that.
And that's on Sunday. But take it from the top about what goes on at the Putnam County Homecoming. I've lived there for 10 years, and I've been there several times, and we'll probably be there this weekend too. So for people that don't know, what all goes on with this homecoming festival, just take it from the top.
Well, let's start on Saturday. We will have, as we get all the vendors in and have them set up, about 1 o'clock we will have a history presentation with Joyce Hanna. That will be at the Cross Point family church that will be adjacent to the main stage there on Main Street. And then we have music and magic coming up all day long. About every hour on the hour, we will have something new. We will close out with Appalachian Rain. There will be a car show going on as well at the courthouse. So there's a lot of things going on Saturday. There's plenty of activities. There's petting zoo. There are inflatables. CAMC will have a health fair. I'll probably go early before I stop at all the food vendors. I'm going to just confess early.
Yeah, go ahead.
We will have putt-putt and a lot of things there. The main thing, too, it's just a come early, stay late. It's a great time for your family to catch up with friends you haven't seen for a while. It's just, there will be food vendors, but if you want to come and bring your own meal, if you want to bring a picnic lunch, there are tables and chairs available to just sit and, again, catch up and have a good time with your friends. And Sunday, like you mentioned, it'll start at 10 o'clock with the Winfield High School Band playing our national anthem there at the courthouse. And then at 10:45, our community worship service will start. We will have a gospel group, and then the moment we've been waiting for, we will have our intros, and then we will have 1:30 have our parade. It is promising to be a very good parade, as it was last year. 2:30, the Appalachian Lassies, the dance team, will be there. They're very cute. They'll be right there on the street. And then at 4 o'clock, we will have the crowning of Miss Putnam County. So there's something going on all day long and something for everyone.
And a lot of great music is always, and you kind of touched on this. There's one of the things I've learned in attending this thing over the years, Charles, is the music. There's a little bit of something for everybody as far as the music goes.
Oh, most definitely. We have Jonah Klein, Joey Stapp, Lost Cause. We have some great bands lined up, and I'm looking forward to hearing them all. But like we talked about, it's something for everyone, every listener, and give yourself a chance and sit and listen. You might find a style of music you had not listened to before and find yourself liking it. But we're supporting local groups and local bands, local vendors, and artisans, and that's what makes it special as well.
Now, this has been going on. I said this in the intro, Charles. This has been going on since 1929. Is there any truth to the rumor that Winfield Mayor Randy Barrett has been at all of them?
Okay, I can neither confirm nor deny. I have to drive through Winfield, so I'm going to play it safe.
Okay, well, he's the one that actually, kind of linked you and I up. So Randy's a good dude. I love having him on the show. And this thing, like I said, festivals come and go and different events, and there's so many that go on that I can't cover them all. But when you've been doing something, as this Winfield community and all of Putnam County and the surrounding areas come out for this thing, you've been doing it since 1929. You got a legacy, man, and there's obviously you must be doing something right.
Isn't that incredible? 95 years of doing this. It's just absolutely incredible, and for me, it's an honor to be a part of this past year and in the years to come. I'm looking forward to this, but it grows each year. They still want to stay family focused and focused upon the area, the Putnam County area. But it is incredible, and I hope to see this going on 95 more years, and Randy can again be leading the parade.
I'm sure he will be. Just don't go 36 in the town. All right, if it's 35, just don't do 36. All right. I know that the City of Winfield's Facebook page has a lot of information on it. Charles, is that really the best place to get the information?
Right now, that is the best place to get your information. We also have the Putnam County Homecoming Festival Facebook page where you can go out and find a lot of information. There's also our website where you can go out and see all the updated information. Hopefully, we will be able to live stream some of this. I don't know yet. It's dependent upon technology.
I got you. All right, so things get underway tomorrow morning. What's the what's the start time tomorrow?
1 o'clock. I would just again come early. Don't wait till starting time. Come early. Get a good parking spot. There's parking all over the place. But around noon, the vendors will be setting up, and then again at 1 o'clock, there will be a history presentation of the Putnam County and all of the areas. The more I drive around, the more I have learned. And I was not a good history student in school, but I have found it to be so fascinating, and I'm just taking advantage of eating this up now.
All right.
So, I'm looking forward to Joyce's presentation.
It's going to be a great weekend. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Looks like it's going to do so. The weather folks are saying we're going to have rain like late tonight and overnight, but should clear out for the weekend and be a real nice day, especially on Sunday. So, Charles, I appreciate you joining us on the show. We'll see you this weekend, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, Dave. Thank you very much.
29 minutes away from 10. In the heart of West Virginia, there exists a profound force that goes beyond the realm of sports, transcending limitations and fostering a sense of belonging. Talking about Special Olympics, a remarkable initiative showcase of a latest episode of West Virginia Enriched in collaboration with Huntington stands as a testament to the power of determination, unity, and unwavering support. See a video highlighting the Special Olympics at facebook.com/580WCHS. And I guess I better watch my speed in the town of Winfield because I just got a text to my personal device here from Mayor Barrett that said, ha ha. So there you go. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Texas breaking news. Father of a 14-year-old Georgia school shooter facing second-degree murder charges. Judge states he could face a maximum of 180 years in prison. I heard that story on ABC News. This goes back to that tragic shooting in the Georgia school just a couple days ago. And, and I don't want to get into this now. I'm going to say this. I did want to discuss this, and I appreciate the texter bringing that up. And, we just constantly see these things about school shootings and whatever. And then it goes back to the argument. What's the root cause here? Is it mental health issues? Is it guns? People want to blame guns. I'm one that do not blame the guns. And this parent, again, I'll save this for next week, but this parent now is going to be charged with second-degree murder charges, and the parent of the shooter could face 180 years in prison for this. We'll try to get into that a little bit more next week. Hoppy Kurtzwell coming up with Talk Line 1006 from the Encove Insurance Studios in the Dale Miller Building in Morgantown. Of course, the big topic will be what happened last night on the campus of Sheppard University during that forum featuring Senators Capito and Manchin, moderated by Hoppy. I'll discuss a little bit later on. Hoppy's going to get into it. And, again, if you haven't seen the interruption to the discussion, I'll call them out, by the idiots with this climate group, you can see the clip at WVMetroNews.com. Also have it posted on my social media. Hoppy will talk about that, plus some discussion of the West Virginia First Foundation. This is the group that's been formed to help distribute the opioid settlements. Jared Halpern of Fox News Radio is on today, plus Morgantown Police Chief Eric Powell on the new camping ban there, and always on Friday's Steam Release. Hoppy Kurtzwell coming up at 10:06 from the Encove Insurance Studios in the Dale Miller Building in Morgantown. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Husson's Pizza. This month it's your favorite Husson's. Get a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and an 8-inch chocolate chip cookie, only $23.99. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to head to Clendenin with Mayor Summers and guest right after this on The Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you looking for a technical job in the medical field? Generations is growing and looking to add on job-trained physical therapy techs to our rehab team. To apply, visit one of our 7 convenient locations or simply click on us at generationspt.com.
Dreaming of updating your home's interior? Let the expert design team at Nitro Carpet and Design Center bring your vision to life. Whether you're looking to revamp your kitchen or bathroom with new cabinets, countertops, and appliances, or you're interested in transforming your floors with updated carpet, tile, hardwood, or luxury vinyl tile, Nitro Carpet Outlet has everything you need. For sales and installation, visit Nitro Carpet today and see how they can help turn your home into a showstopper that'll impress your friends and family. Conveniently located just off the Cross Lanes exit.
Welcome to Poca Valley, where we've been in business since 1908. Today, we serve Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties. We believe you deserve banking that provides friendly customer service. For all of your financial needs, stop by one of our 8 convenient locations. Call us at 844-782-2651 or visit us online at PocaValleyBank.com. Poca Valley, where relationships matter.
Member FDIC.
Planning for retirement? Stike Wealth Enhancement Group is here to help. Whether you're preparing to retire, already retired, or seeking advice, our experts guide you every step of the way. Imagine leaving a legacy that supports your children or even the Children's Hospital. With careful planning, you can enjoy your retirement and make a lasting impact. At Stike Wealth Enhancement Group, we help you achieve your financial goals and create a legacy that matters. Start planning today. Visit StikeWEG.com. Secure your future. Leave a legacy.
Securities and advisory service offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member Member FINRA SIPC.
Red, white, and vroom into summer savings at Thornhill City JR on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Hey, it's Sydney, and it's time to make this the summer of Ram with up to $8,650 off MSRP on the new 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn, or 5.9% APR for 72 months and no payments for 90 days. These deals are as powerful as the trucks themselves. Thornhill City JR, where adventure begins. It's a red, white, and vroom. Make this the summer of Ram sales event at the all-new Thornhill Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Visit us at Fountain Place Mall, Logan, next to Tractor Supply, or online at thornhillcdjr.com. Number 24 38 for all offers through Stellantis Financial. See Thornhill for all details.
24 minutes away from 10. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony V. Taylor, text 304-935-5008. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Jute. For the best in security systems for both your home or business, talk to Jute. That's J-O-O-T of Tays Valley. Visit protectedbyjute.com. I had a text here to the show. It says, Dave, can you help me with something? I'm not able to access the Kanawha County Public Safety radio feed. Have they changed their delivery method? Well, I saw the text. It came in about 10 minutes ago. So during the break, I texted my good friend Johnny Rutherford at Metro 911, and he said this: Dave, we have not changed anything. If they can give us contact number, we will contact them and try to help them. So to that texter, if you can text back with a number for them to reach you, I will have Johnny Rutherford, the director of Metro 911, call you directly to get it straightened out. How is that for customer service? You can't beat that. Mayor Summers.
Way to go there, buddy.
Mayor Kate Summers from Clendenin is here. That's what we do here, Mayor.
I know, that's right.
Connect A with B.
That's right.
Networking. That's what it's all
That's
about.
what we're supposed to do.
How are you doing, Mayor?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for having us, Dave.
Thank you for being here. And also, we're here to talk about several things with Clendenin, but primarily the big event tomorrow. It's called Chli'N on the Elk. Chili cook-off with craft beer, music, arts, crafts, kids zone. Mayor Summers here to talk about. Also, Carrie Meyer is here. Carrie, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And you want to give a shout out to your husband?
Yes.
Because the reason I say this is because we were walking in. He said, "My husband is a big fan of yours."
I did, and he actually just texted and told me he's listening.
Okay, all right.
So,
well, I need to say hi to him too because he's my friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Coach Myers.
Coach Myers. All
Coach
right.
Myers.
All right.
Yes, but he's more popular for his shop program at Hoover. He is the teacher of the shop program. They just finished a huge project at the Kanawha County Board of Education.
Okay, now, what is your? Are you the director of this big event that's going on tomorrow? Are you the person
I'm the
in charge?
committee chair.
Committee chair. Okay.
Yeah, it's my baby. It's a great event. We have a variety of things to offer for everyone. General admissions free. You only have to pay if you want to sample beer, wine, or chili.
What time does everything get underway?
11 o'clock in the morning.
And everything's just primarily right there in the heart of town, right?
Right on Main Street and Elk Avenue, right in front of the Doc Harper stage.
Now, where did the whole idea for this thing come from?
Well, I was floating down the river one day with a group of people that had never been on the Elk River. And I said, I'd like to do something for my hometown. I'd like to do something to bring people in and see what I experienced as a child growing up in Clendenin. And that was, we had wonderful festivals and fairs, and people got together on the streets, and kids roamed around, parents, everybody knew everyone. And it was a comfortable environment, and it was fun. It was very enjoyable as a child to experience that. And I thought, I want to do something for my hometown. And Mayor Summers has done so much for the town of Clendenin to bring back that experience, and I just wanted to help, I guess.
And she has. She's done a fantastic job, and it's a lot of hard work. The day this is over, she'll start planning for next year.
That's the way you have to do it.
Yes.
And there's nothing. I come from a small town. I talked about on the show before. There's nothing like a small town gathering, like a festival. And I just had on the folks from Putnam County. They have their Putnam County Homecoming this week, and you get these. I mean, with all due respect to the regatta and all, which are wonderful events. Rib Fest is happening here in Charleston next week. I'm going to be a big part of that. But there's something about these small towns, the Clendenins, the Winfields, or whatever. When everybody just kind of comes, it's like a basic family reunion. People that have moved out of state, many of them come back for these reunions. There's nothing like it, Carrie.
No, there's not. And it's a high school reunion. And it's a reunion for many classes of those that graduated from our schools. And we see people from infants to 70, 80 years old, and there's something for everyone. And that's what I wanted to do. You don't want to have beer and wine? Don't. Have some chili. Or visit the craft vendors, or listen to the free music, or play in the free kids area. I
mean, the family could come out, and ideally, we'd like them to spend a little money, but if they don't, they could ideally have a great day and at zero cost if they wanted to do that.
And they can go into the local restaurants and have lunch, grab a coffee at Fox Coffee, ice cream at the bakery, or a pizza, or you can go into the brewery or Paddlers. There's just a lot to offer now. And it's so nice to see that coming back to Clendenin.
Mayor, I want to talk about the resurgence of the town. I want to turn back the clock to this time in September 2016, the devastating floods that happened a couple months before that. And I know you're a fighter, as are the people, Mayor of Clendenin. But back then, an event like this, you always knew Clendenin would bounce back and be bigger, better than ever. But it's probably hard in your mind at that time to think, are we ever going to recover from this? By God, you did.
You're right, because we didn't think we could. It was so far. To be truthful, even a couple of years before the flood, things had started going down. And so it was really tough. But when Carrie came and approached me with the idea, I said, "Oh, Carrie, I'd love it. Let's do it. Go ahead." And, man, she took the bull by the horns, and we're trying to have more things on the street, more festivals, more gatherings. Kids' night, we have movie night or game nights. And so we're doing different things, like a local bakery is going to do a karaoke, Disney karaoke for the kids. And just so everybody's with Carrie doing this was sort of like a start for us. It was sort of like a boost. And all the businesses are trying to do things to bring people in town.
I want to talk about the businesses. Carrie mentioned the restaurants. I know there have been a few that have popped up.
Yes.
Talk about the business climate right now in Clendenin.
Well, I wanted to talk about that. I'm very proud of it. We're doing well. We have, like she said, we have it's called Lisa's Boutique, but it has a coffee bar and drinks and all that. And it's really doing well. People are coming all the way up from Elkview, Charleston to have the different coffees. And so it's been a real success. That's something I wanted to do a long time ago, and I said, hey, it's working. So Lisa has her boutique and the coffee shop and the same thing. Then we have the bakery, and now she's opened up. She serves food, too, as well. And now we have an ice cream shop, so people can come and get ice cream cones, floats, and all that with that. And then we have, it's called Pizza on Main, because it's on Main Street, and it's like the New York-style pizza. But we also have Giovanni still, and they've been very loyal to us before. And then the brewery has food in it as well. And then we have the Frostbite. So we have food. Anybody wants food, we have it. And that's one of the things Carrie has included in her advertisement, that the people are going to be open and have all the foods available too.
I will say this, and I've heard it, and it's just because my husband loves it. The brewery is now making a Cubana. And it is supposed to be very, very tasty.
It is good. I've had it. I've had every one of them.
A Cuban's hard to find.
You're talking about the Cuban sandwich.
Yes.
That's my wife's favorite sandwich. We may be going to Clendenin.
You need to go see it. We'd love to have it.
Come see us.
And they remodeled. It's just nice. The brewery is like Cheers. Everybody knows everybody. Yeah. And you don't have to drink alcoholic beverages. They have other beverages, but food, and they want the other restaurants to bring. If you want to go someplace else and get a pizza and bring it in and eat it, that's fine with them.
That's a novel concept.
It is, and they're all doing that. And you can take your sandwich into someplace else and eat there. So they're all working together. It's a great atmosphere, and we're just so proud of what everybody's doing together. So,
the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Live Healthy West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. It tackles pressing health issues. It's a podcast offering insights into various medical ailments, medical breakthroughs, too. You can discover the latest episodes on WVMetroNews.com under the podcast menu and start your journey towards better health today. Mayor, I know that I have mayors on the show all the time, from everywhere from St. Albans to Winfield to Hurricane to Charleston, and all points in between. Everybody, obviously, unless you had a deep love for your town, you wouldn't run for mayor or city council or serve like in committees like Carrie does or whatever. But you're a special kind of cheerleader for Clendenin.
Thank you.
For Clendenin. You walk the walk and talk the talk, honey. You really love this town.
I do. I love it, and I don't like hearing no. If the word is no, I try to work around that. Carrie's a lot like me in that. But, you do have to love your town, and you have to be able to take calls at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's more than an 8-hour job for me. I mean, it's like a 24/7. And
it's a lifestyle for you.
It is. But I've seen so much improvement. It's coming back, and I'm just very, very proud. We're getting a new boat ramp. So I just want you to come up and bring your wife and see all the things we've done. The trail, we're paving more of the trail. And so that's another thing, too. And everybody's bringing their bikes and strollers and horses, and it's just a great opportunity. You talk about a healthy health. Right there, you get out and you walk it, and then we're getting the bike. The bike park is going to start. We've been approved for all that, so it's all happening.
A lot of good stuff going on, and I'll tell you, there seems to be, and I talked about this with Tom Bragg, who's doing our play-by-play for Herbert Hoover football, which we're doing this year. There just seems to be a little bit of swagger coming out of that area with, and there always has been in the Elk River area, but especially with Hoover and the school and everything. There's a lot of good things going on up there, not just athletically.
That's right, in all sport, in all avenues.
Aspects, yeah.
But we opened the elementary school after 8 years this year for the first day of school, and we were so proud of that. I'm proud to have the school back in the town of Clinton. And then Hoover is fantastic, and like you say, you're doing all the games. The crowds come out. Elk River supports their community. So when I say Clinton, I say Elk River, and a lot of Elk River people will come up for this. But we're just a different breed of people up there.
Nothing wrong with that.
We really are.
Let's go back to the events that are going on tomorrow. Carrie, I'll let you wrap us up by taking it from the top. Give us the times, give us the place. Where can people learn more if they want to go check it out? Either one of you can jump in here.
Okay, it's Chli'N on the Elk, Saturday, September 7th. We'll kick off at 11 a.m. We usually go to about 6. Chili sampling and beer sampling starts at 11. The kids area will be open at that time. Vendors will be set up. Wristbands are $35 at the gate. Chili sampling, wristbands are for beer and wine. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Free, other words, like you said earlier. Everything else is free.
Everything else is free. And then the chili sampling is, you can get 30 tickets for $20. We have 20 cooks. We have an ICS competition that will be a world qualifier.
That's the International Chili Society? Is that what it's?
Yes.
That's serious stuff right there.
It's very serious. Yeah. And we've got traditional red, home style, and chili verde categories. That's green. And Glenn Shelton Music will be our main entertainment, and they'll play 2 sets starting at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. It's Main Street and Elk Avenue in Clendenin, in the little town of Clendenin. There's parking everywhere. And
free
parking, that's right. And sometimes you can catch a ride on an ATV if you have to park across the river.
Whatever, just get there. Well, as I mentioned earlier about some of the other events, the weather folks say that there's going to be like some rain like late tonight, but should be cleared out by tomorrow.
Yes. Supposed to be moved out by 9 a.m. We also, that's one thing I forgot to tell you, we have a 5K walk run at 9 a.m. in the morning, and that benefits the Hoover Boosters.
Okay. Where's the best place for people to learn more about this? It's on your Facebook page?
Facebook page, Chli'N on the Elk, or on our website, chli'nontheelk.com.
All right. Carrie, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Mayor Summers, it's always a pleasure to see you. You're
Thank
always
you for
welcome on the show
anytime,
and wish you the best of luck with everything tomorrow. We'll take a break. Back after this, the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses care for your family.
Jarrett Construction has celebrated its 25th year in business, proudly serving the West Virginia community. They extend heartfelt thanks to their clients for their trust and support over the years. From schools and hospitals to car dealerships and apartments, Jarrett Construction has been dedicated to building quality projects that make a difference. Their commitment to excellence in the community remains unwavering. For all your construction needs, choose Jarrett Construction, where your vision becomes their mission. Visit jarrett-construction.com. Thank you for making their 25 years successful and impactful.
The Hussin September Special, a largest large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and an 8-inch chocolate chip cookie for just $23.99. Visit your nearest Hussins for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. Order now at HussinsPizza.com.
It takes water cooler talk to the next level with a mixture of pop culture, sports, and entertainment. It's Metro News Hotline with Dave Weekley. Monday through Friday afternoons at 3 on the Voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Red, white, and vroom into summer savings at Thornhill CDJR on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Hey, it's Sydney, and it's time to make this the summer of Ram with up to $8,650 off MSRP on the new 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn, or 5.9% APR for 72 months and no payments for 90 days. These deals are as powerful as the trucks themselves. Thornhill CDJR, where adventure begins. It's a Red, white, and vroom make this the summer of Ram sales event at the all-new Thornhill Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Visit us at Fountain Place Mall, Logan, next to Tractor Supply, or online at thornhillcdjr.com. Number 24C038 for all offers through Stellantis Financial. See Thornhill for all details.
It is 9 minutes away from 10. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you by your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. Birds have their final regular season home series this weekend at Gomart Ballpark against Long Island. Tonight is Stadium Replica Giveaway Night, courtesy of Selango Law. Tomorrow night, the Birds roll out the Salt Town jerseys, and the nickname, they're not going to be Charleston tomorrow. They're going to be called Salt Town tomorrow. Plus, it's the final Mega Blast fireworks on display, the final one of those of the year. And Sunday is Fan Appreciation Day, Family Fun Day, and Grandparents' Day, all rolled up into one. Kids 12 and under are admitted for free. Plus, there's $1 mini golf, $1 waters, and you can take 25% off in the kids zones over at Gomart Ballpark on Sunday. For tickets, schedules, merchandise, and more, visit dirtybirdsbaseball.com. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Text says, thank you, Dave, regarding the Kanawha County Public Safety radio feed. I've been texting back and forth with Johnny Rutherford here, trying to get this person to text it in, all taken care of here. They had texted earlier and said that they were not able to access the Kanawha County Public Safety radio feed. Wanted to know if they had changed their delivery method. During the break and while I was on the air, multitasking a little bit, texting with Johnny Rutherford and asking about that. And Johnny, the a friend of the show and the director of Metro 911 says that they haven't changed anything, but Johnny is going to text her. Johnny has your number, and he is going to reach out. He or someone will be reaching out to you at some point. Texas Dave, Sissonville High School on Fired Up Friday. The school has a mascot head of a Native American. Is it just willful ignorance? Well, I mean, their nickname is the Indians, right? And I think, if I'm correct, I think they're playing my alma mater tonight, the Logan Wildcats. And this, what the text is referring to is the Fired Up Friday. That's a segment that Joseph Payton does on WSAZ television each Friday morning when he goes into schools and gets them up early, about 6 a.m., tries to get them all fired up and everything. I didn't see the segment this morning, but the texter apparently taking issue with the fact that Sissonville High School has the head of a Native American, wanting to know if it's just willful ignorance. Well, this is a battle that's been going on for some time over the usage of Native American names. The Washington Redskins, the nemesis of my Dallas Cowboys, they're no longer that. The Cleveland Indians are no longer the Indians. They're now the Guardians. Hurricane High School is maintaining, the Redskin thing, and as are other teams like Florida State Seminoles and Atlanta Braves and so on. So just so many different nuances. I'll leave that up to the sports guys. How's that? The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Brightway Insurance, a Mays agency. They now offer small business insurance through the 4 major carriers: the Hartford, Travelers, Progressive, and Next. Call or stop by and see John and Sherry Mays today, 3860 Tays Valley Road, Suite 1 in Hurricane, 304-814-2509, or visit brightwaymays.com. All right, so I kind of touched on this a little bit throughout the show. Last night on the campus of Sheppard University, there was a forum held. It was designed to be a civil discussion between Senators Joe Manchin, Independent, West Virginia, and Chli'N Capito, Republican, West Virginia, moderated by our own Hoppy Kercheval, and put on by the Stubblefield Institute. A nice civil discussion between the three of them. We actually aired it live, I think, on Metro News Television. I know we also aired it on this station. And Manchin and Capito are good friends. They're at events together. They issue joint press releases, Independent now and Republican. But the discussions were interrupted. And look, the opinions, like we said at the top of the show, the opinions given here are the opinions of me, not the company, anybody else, just me, just Dave. These morons with the group Climate Defense, the Climate Defense Defiance Group, I think is what they're called, just rushed the stage. And you may remember them. This is the same group that crashed a meeting that Senator Manchin was having a few months ago and quickly got tossed out on their collective butts by a Manchin staffer. And I'm just wondering where that guy was last night, because they definitely could have used him. And make no mistake about it, these are environmental whack jobs. As Manchin has said, he said on this very show when I had him on to talk about it a couple of months ago, these people are not interested in discussion. They only want to disrupt and to be seen. And as Senator Manchin said, he has offered to sit down at the table with them, but they seemingly have no interest in that. And look, I am the ultimate free speech guy. You guys know that. If you listen to me on the show, I am the most free speech guy you can ever believe. You can protest to your little pinko heart's desire outside. But if the very people that you are protesting against offer to sit down with you in a room to discuss it like civil adults, and you turn them down, then what the hell is the point? It is worth noting, as we pointed out in our news stories, these protesters were not Sheppard University students. More than likely paid agitators. And we've seen them all over the state and all over the nation. We dealt with similar type people in the 1990s protesting surface mining in southern West Virginia. Senator Capito talked about she had seen them when it comes to the Mountain Valley Pipeline. The difference, though, when they came to Logan and Boone and Mingo counties 20 years ago, them or similar groups, they didn't get up in the faces of the people, because if they were to do that, some good old boy coal miners would have probably pushed back a little bit more, and they would have had a bad day. People like this, David Toriel, just me, people like this are the result of what happens when everyone gets a participation trophy. You will listen to me. We will be heard. What they want is an end to all fossil fuels. And I would ask them, hey, folks, how did you get to this event tonight? Unless you walked, I really don't want to hear your crap. And anyway, as he has done in the past, I thought Senator Manchin handled it well, as did Senator Capito. These people have nothing better to do than to harass people who are just trying to make a living. They obviously don't spend a lot of time on hygiene. Hoppy will talk about it coming up in his show, because it was his kind of his thing. He was moderating, so he's probably not as upset about it as I am. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, presented by General Hardware of Winfield and Milton, and Lumber of Winfield. For all projects, big and small, shop locally. Visit generalhardwarewv.com. Text says those climate protesters are actually stalkers and borderline criminals. They do things the wrong way and should be ashamed. Dave says Texas Manchin will not even meet with his own constituents or answer calls to his office. That's a fact. Capito, the same. They got to go. Totally untrue. Totally untrue. I will argue with that texter on that any day of the week. All right, we got to go. Thank you so much to all the guests we had today, from the Putnam County Homecomjng to Clendenin, high school football, and go adopt Homer, our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. Picture posted on my social media. I'll be coming up at 10:06. I will see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Until then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM 96.5 FM Charleston, 104.5 Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.